And I was wondering what your thoughts are now today on the aviation industry, specifically the airline, our air transport system, with a lot of foreign interest now and foreign capital investors looking at the vulnerability of many of the U.S. air carriers. Thank you.
Well, as you know, it's now illegal for a foreign air carrier to have a majority position or to buy a U.S. carrier. And that's about to fall. I think that's going to fall. The whole idea was national security. We want a domestic industry. But again, the top management of all but JetBlue and Southwest couldn't have been worse. U.S. Air, United Airlines, over 20, 30 years ago, Northwest, Delta, just ran it into the ground and jumped ship with hundreds of millions of dollars in executive compensation. Classic example of a conflict of interest between the executives and their own company. And once you put them in a conflict of interest with their bonuses and stock options, they'll run their own company into the ground. This is clearly the old biblical warnings of too much greed and too much power in too few hands. As one prosecutor said, no matter how complex these corporate financial instruments are and all of these wheeling and dealings, it all comes down to lying, cheating, and stealing. And so now the lowest paid CEO in the airline industry for the last 20 years presided over a company that made more profit than the top 5 airlines combined, gave you the best fares, great safety record, and cheerful service by people who want to say yes to you. It's called Southwest Airlines. He's paid $750,000 a year, the lowest paid CEO. So all this stuff about we got to pay these guys a lot of money to get the best talent is just the opposite. The more you pay them, the more they have a conflict of interest.